Hi, everybody. Andrea Carvin here at Inner Sparks Rehab Gym and Spa. My name is Andrea Carvin, and I'm the owner of Inner Sparks Rehab Gym and Spa. I work with high achieving men and women, mostly women, though, who find themselves caught in these health issues around movement. And because they're high achievers, there's a set of conditions that often aren't easily unpacked or unwound that at our clinic we get to the cause and the root of things and get people moving on so they can live their best lives. And this week, I wanted to focus on a problem that is pretty profound. 2% to 5%, it's estimated, of the U.S. Population end up with a condition called frozen shoulder syndrome. And that's when your shoulder just doesn't want to move. Often it happens after an injury or some kind of strain, but I've been seeing it more and more, particularly in women. Women are way more likely to end up with a frozen shoulder between 40 and 65. Isn't that interesting? When women are high achievers and really often working hard at something. So what makes us a little more prone to developing these problems? Frozen shoulder is when your shoulder doesn't heal. It's chronic. You did something, you strained something. What I've actually been seeing is people developing this as a result of yoga. And yoga is wonderful. I'm a yoga teacher, so why is this happening? You know, I train to do that. It can happen from lifting and strain or just moving something wrong or picking up a child wrong and something just gets pulled. Sometimes there's a big injury like a rotator cuff repair or following a broken bone, a broken shoulder, a broken clavicle, and things just aren't kicking in. And it's usually we start to see signs of this after 3 months. So it's really important that you receive help and know that frozen shoulder is something that can be reversed. A lot of what's out there, though, talks about surgical interventions. And while those are definitely some ways of treating it, I've actually found way more success by addressing things and engaging the body's natural healing mechanisms as well as doing the standard therapy. So certainly there are cases where injections and manipulation under surgical when you're kind of out do have value. But what I've noticed is long term, I really want that shoulder working the way it was before. And those remedies, while you may get some range of motion back, don't necessarily bring the body back to where I like to see it, where you have your full, complete, moving around range. So just my opinion, and I'm going to give you over the next couple days a couple of tips on how you can start doing this if you're not getting this advice from some of the people that you're working with. So first thing, things that make you at higher risk for frozen shoulder, and that's a slow repair, is hypermobile joints. Women often have hypermobile joints, and that puts you at risk for frozen shoulder. Also, the immune system, having a weakened immune system puts you at higher risk. Thyroid imbalances put you at higher risk, as does diabetes. And here's the catcher for many of my high performers, high achievers, and that is chronic stress. And I'm not talking about the kind of stress that I have as a business owner, or most of us have, where you come in every day and you're like, oh, this deadline has to be done and this report and this and that. I'm talking about the type of chronic stress where you're feeling like 1 foot out of control and that having this condition, if it gets any worse, like the world feels like it's going to just unravel on you. That is the level of stress we're talking about, because of the stress chemicals that are going to be running through your body most of the days. And that's a whole topic in itself, why these kinds of stress things lead to a greater likelihood of injury. And in a few weeks, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that, so stay tuned. So what do? What we want to start doing if we have a frozen shoulder condition and you have some of these risk factors, see what you can do to start to clean them up. Are you paying attention to what's happening in your thyroid? Are you talking to your the people who are helping you with exercise and let them know that you have hypermobile joints and that it's not good for you to go to end ranges or do repetitions too much? If you've got diabetes, is it under control? Okay, and if you have chronic stress, then things are getting out of control, it's not a fault. Don't blame yourself. Find the support you need to bring that down to healthy levels. Stress is good. It makes us get up in the morning. It makes us feel good about what we do. But there is a point where too much is not good for our body and we don't function as well. So learn what that is for you. In addition, the one tip I'm going to give you today is whenever we're healing pieces of our body and in movement, boost your immune system. So I have a lot of things that when people come in and work with me here, we'll talk about, but it's most important that you do what you know works for you. And if you get stuck, that's when you go to experts. But start to do things. Whenever you have to heal joints and muscles and bones, boost your immune system. So do what you can while you're rehabbing your shoulder to boost your immune system every day, because your immune system is working for you every day. So that's our one tip. Boost your immune system to help alleviate and progress and get better with frozen shoulder syndrome. And check in tomorrow. I think I'll be here in the late afternoon, and we'll go through my second tip and piece of information about frozen shoulder. So feel free to put any questions on the Facebook, because I love to answer questions, so I'd be happy to do that if you have any, and look forward to continuing to help solve this ridiculously annoying problem that does come up for so many people. All right, have a great day. Be well, everybody. Bye-bye.